What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
She's a little bummed. She's a little bummed. She's happy that it's like not super far away.
Yeah.
But yes, we're a little bummed that it's not happening.
Yeah. Well, I saw you performed at Gov Ball this past weekend, and I know the weather up there was like pouring rain, and then it was like chilly and stuff. So
yeah, I mean it definitely sucks, but it was this show and a show on Thursday. I think he canceled as well.
So he just must cancel the whole week. This is sweating so bad, Madrid.
You were talking about yourself.
No, I'm not actually. It's very nice in here. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Hello.
episode 112
Yep.
of the Underground Circuit podcast. My name is Owen. That is my sister, Casey. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter one.
We say that now, and it probably
we say that now, as we always say it, and then it ends up being our normal length episode. But we say that just because we don't have any races to recap in terms of IndyCar or F1.
Mm-hmm.
We have nothing to talk about. So what will we be talking about? We're going to be talking about the F1 Arcade in Philadelphia as our recap of the launch party and the grand opening and our amazing weekend with them. And we're also going to be talking about Canada predictions, and I'm blanking on the name of the race for IndyCar.
It's in Illinois. It's not like called like the St. Pete Grand Prix.
Bommarito.
Yeah.
Is what is in our notes. Bommarito. So we'll be talking about that.
It's an oval race.
Yeah, it's an oval race. So got a good one for you today. But
we're going to recap. We're going to talk about the news that broke very early this morning.
And we're going to talk about the news. Yes.
Schedule
the calendar,
so.
Yes, for 2026. But before we dive into any of that, please make sure, if you are a new listener, please make sure to go follow us over on our Instagram and Threads at @undergroundcircuit_. All of our social media handles are spelled exactly the same way the name of the show is spelled. So it's _undergroundcircuit_ on Instagram and Threads. On Twitter, it is UGCircuitPod. And on TikTok, it is _underground_circuit. Please make sure to go follow us on over there. If you're not already, please make sure to go follow us on your podcast player of choice. And also make sure to leave us a review on the podcast player of choice. That is the best way to make sure that these shows grow, that our show grows, and we get to do new, cool, and exciting things for you guys. Please make sure to go leave us a review. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. We'll cry about it, and then we'll improve on it. That's it.
We'll cry about it.
And then that's it. But jumping into it, I have a meme of the week this week.
I do not.
Casey does not. Let me zoom in on mine before we bring it up.
Am I going to bring it up?
Yeah, bring it up. We'll jump into it.
Oh, my God. That's so mean.
This is kind of mean on my end, but if you're watching on audio, the picture is of Lance Armstrong. He's raising two arms up. And then the other picture is Lance arms weak. And it is Lance Stroll with his cast on his arms. All in all, you never want to see a person get hurt, but I do love a little wordplay like this. So it made me laugh.
Nah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, nothing against Lance. I'm glad he's doing better, even though he's potentially struggling with stuff. But that's it for my meme of the week. Pretty nice and easy.
Yeah, that was a good one. I don't even know. We have no word if he's racing at all this weekend or what.
We haven't heard anything yet, yeah.
No, but I feel like a lot of teams traveled today and yesterday. So I'm sure tomorrow we get the media, the press schedule and stuff that comes out. So I'm sure we'll get if he's racing or not. So as more team members arrive and everything. But it would suck. It would truly suck if he doesn't get to race his home race. So.
Oh, absolutely. You would. Yeah. I would be devastated for him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get to race at his home race.
Yeah.
You know, that's just awful. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. That's just a shitty situation.
Yeah, very. But yes, like Owen said, I don't have a meme of the week this week. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I tried looking for one before the show just started, before we started recording, and I could not find one. So,
That's all right.
but yes, weekly news. I didn't even check. I made Owen run it yesterday because we were debating recording yesterday, and then we
Yes.
didn't. Oh well, this is news that broke today.
I believe I know what you're talking about.
The Red Bull driver.
The Red Bull driver. I do want to talk about first, though. Haas's special livery
Yes.
for Canada this weekend is
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
so good.
Gorgeous livery. I love it.
It's obviously Haas has a special livery this weekend because they're celebrating 200 races.
Yep.
So they're bringing back their debut livery from the first season, and I mean it's just a clean.
Honestly, bring it back for every mile marker.
Yeah.
Race.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a great livery. It's clean. It looks good. Again, I say this every single time when one of these comes out. I'm like partial to white liveries and stuff like that. But the white with the red Haas writing and everything, it looks very good. I very much enjoy it. And like I said, bring it back for all of your big milestone races. Your 300th, your 400th, your 500th.
Yeah, and like
bring
those. I know they had that one year where they did the black and gold, but like I don't. When you think of Haas, you think of America. So like I want to see the red, white, and blue or the red, white, and black. So like it makes sense. But yeah, I really do like it. I saw someone say they're like, "What's the difference between this livery and their livery now?" I would be like, "That's not the point. It's their.
That's not. Yeah.
It's not going to be any. It's not going to be a change. It's not going to be the whatever when McLaren went chrome. Like it's not going to be that big of a change because it's." Their first ever livery, so they've just evolved from that first one. So
yeah,
it's the point.
It's a homage to their first ever livery, and it's a great job, and it's a good work on the design of it and everything, and carrying that livery over to a modern designed Formula car in terms of the aspects and the form and everything. So
yeah,
good work, Haas. You got the thumbs up from me.
Thumbs up. Yeah, no, I like it. Hopefully they have a better weekend than last race. So. But yes, that's one piece of weekly news. Second piece of weekly news, actually, all this weekly news broke today.
It literally is today, yeah.
So first, the Red Bull driver of Arvid Lindblad was granted by the FIA to get his what's it called? Why can't I think of the name? What's the license? Yeah, thank you. The super license. I knew license. I could not think of super at all. Yes, they made the exemption so he can get his super license prior to his 18th birthday. They've did this with, obviously, Kimi Antonelli. Brad Wilson done this before with Max Verstappen. It does make me think of how Colton Herta tried getting it and denied. It always brings that back up. But yeah, Red Bull has something up their sleeve with this.
Something's happening.
Yeah.
I know it's not like a big. I don't want to say it's not a big thing, but it's like
no, it is a big deal.
It's not like a major sign of like a move happening that when somebody gets their super license, but it feels like it's kind of lending itself to that.
Yeah.
So
someone today when I posted the news, someone on Thread said, "Do you think that means the 3 drivers besides Max are under pressure?" I said, "Isaac, no." Because the kid's been performing. There should be no pressure. He should not be facing any pressure at all. He's not performing bad. But, I think Liam and Yuki both need contracts at the end of this year. So, they're obviously planning for something to happen. And I think they're also planning if Max is to go somewhere else.
Skedaddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it being, emergency planning on Red Bull's part of, okay, we need to get somebody so that way...
Mm-hmm.
We can, fill a spot if something happens. I do agree with you. Isaac, not under, nor should he be under any pressure.
No.
Like you said, he's performing. We talk about him week in and week out.
No, we should have a We Love Isaac Hadjar segment.
Honestly. What did Isaac Hadjar do right this weekend is the name of the segment we should do. But, yes, if anybody, and this is kind of like beating a dead horse at this point, is it's Liam Lawson is going to be under the current. If you're picking the 4 drivers right now, it's Liam Lawson.
Yeah.
Because you just brought up Yuki, and yes, Yuki's not doing fantastic, but you just brought him up to a Red Bull. You brought him up to the senior team, and Christian Horner himself just said the other day, we're going to give him more time to
Yeah, I think Red Bull's also
adjust.
realized that the car, it does suck. Like, it's not
Yes.
just Yuki.
Yeah, it's definitely, there 100% is a little bit more of a realization on the Red Bull team side saying, this car is on a knife's edge. You know, it's not that easy for other people to drive. You know, so I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, something's coming.
Something's coming.
But yes, that's really the only other piece of news besides the 2026 schedule breaking. And shout out to you, F1, for posting it at 1 a.m.
Honestly.
On East Coast. So I was talking to Frey. Frey goes, they posted at 7 a.m. for us. Like, who were they posting it for? I said,
what?
That's why I posted later on. I said, wait a second. Maybe F1 posted it and then, like, walked away because I knew people were going to be annoyed. They were like, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously we got the schedule. There are some changes. I'm happy to see Australia still opening up the entire season.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that as well.
And we get that middle of the night triple header out of the way super early.
Right.
It's not the end of the world, but I can deal with it. One of the earliest changes, obviously, you have Miami at the beginning of May. That's the same weekend as always.
Yeah.
We now have Canada, which is this is the biggest talking point, I think. And we can come back to what we want. Canada is now the same exact weekend as the Indy 500. And I think, first of all, they just ruined one of the coolest motorsport days ever to go from watching Monaco Indy 500 to the Coca-Cola 600, if that's the correct brand. Like, to go those three, it's ruined. Someone literally said, what do we watch in the morning next year? I'm like, I don't know, the grass grow? Like, what are we supposed to watch on that Sunday morning?
It is such a... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, the last point I wanted to make, it's the exact time. And I'm sorry, but F1 is going to suffer with viewers.
Yeah. It's going to suffer with viewership. And because it is... I understand the move because I know F1 is trying to make it this like carbon neutral 2030.
Yeah, I got the logistics side of the move.
The logistics of it make complete sense. You're already in Miami. It makes sense just to go up and you're at the race. You're good to go. Fine. Instead of going Miami, Monaco, Canada, like it doesn't make any sense. But yes, viewership wise, it's going to suffer. And I'm kind of shocked that the timing of it isn't different, like the time of place and the day.
Yeah, like
it changed because you have to know that as a whatever the planning committee is for F1, whoever makes these decisions, some subcommittee in the FIA, whatever it is, you have to know that the Indy 500 is that day. You have to. There's no
and you have to know it's gonna win.
Right. You have to know that it's the Indy 500. And any person who, if you've been an existing fan of F1 in the United States, more than likely you've already watched the Indy 500.
Yeah.
You're going to watch the Indy 500 growing up. Or you're fans like us who come into F1, get exposed to motorsport as a whole, and then you're like, oh, Indy 500 is fucking awesome.
Yep.
I'm going to watch this, and oh, that day of motorsports is incredible because we have Monaco, Indy 500, NASCAR at the end of the night. Like, it's...
And, like, no offense to the Canadian race, but I think I might put them on a small TV. I think the Indy 500 is going to get the big screen.
At best, for F1, what's going to happen is you're going to get that.
Yeah.
You're going to get the dual TV set up in people's homes, and the big TV is going to be the Indy 500, and the small TV is going to be Canada, which from a number standpoint, F1 might not care about because you're still getting the view number there. You can still say, hey, people tuned in, However, the other thing with Canada is kind of what same thing with you, nothing against Canada, but it's only Canada.
Yeah, that's what it was. What Monaco was a triple crown. Like, Canada's not a part of the triple crown.
Right. So it's like now you get that point where it's like it's even more to the point where it's like, well, Canada's just kind of like another race. Again, nothing against Canada. The track is gorgeous. I love it. It's usually a very good race, but it's not Monaco.
No.
So it's like, even if you had Monaco at the same time of Indy 500, you would get people being like, oh, but it's Monaco.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to watch Monaco. You're not going to get that with Canada.
No, and I just, obviously, like, when you think about it, it's because the time zones, it's the same time zone. So, like, you can't go away from it. But, like, even if it was, like, say, Vegas, it'd still be a sick motorsport day because by the time the NASCAR race is over, you're going right into the Vegas race.
Right to Vegas.
So everyone has their own individual time slots. I mean, this year was literally perfect. Monaco ended an hour later. Indy 500 started. An hour later, NASCAR started. Like
I mean, it's a tough choice time wise. Again, logistically, from a within FIA standpoint, it makes sense. You're like, you know what? We're saving all that time. We're saving all the fuel of flying everybody, all the logistics that you're saving there. Yeah, absolutely. I fully am support of that, and I fully get it. It just sucks for F1 because you're going to have people being like, well, it's the Indy 500.
And like I do...
Indy 500, Canada.
Yeah.
Like...
It doesn't carry the same weight.
Yeah.
It doesn't. But I also, like... People are like, well, people were then complaining today about how there's a 2-week break between Miami and Canada. They're like, how does that make sense? First of all, I have to say it again. The North America is not the same size as, say, Monaco, Spain, and Imola. The going in between of that is literally only this big compared to how big they're going to have to go from Miami to Montreal.
Yeah.
But they can't do Canada any earlier. Someone literally posted a photo from the beginning of May this year, and where the track is, it was covered in snow. So, like, you can't, and it's Montreal. You
just can't do it.
You can't do it. And then I get you can't do it later on in the summer because it's the same problem. It's the European summer. Why are they going to come back over here for a race? But yeah, no, it is. I know people were also pissed because like U.S. fans now can't do the back-to-back of Indy 500 Canada.
Yeah.
Like they can't go to both. So it's like, okay, what do
we do now? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's definitely one of the biggest changes. The other one is a total mourning that Imola is officially off the calendar.
Yep.
I know it was a big talking point today that there's 2 races in Spain. We still get Barcelona next year, and then later in September we get Spain, or we get the new track in Madrid. Now this is, and Spain literally has a little asterisk. I had to read the fine print.
I was gonna say.
Well, it says Madrid is subject to the FIA. So if that track's not ready or up to standards, Madrid cannot happen. What are you doing?
What does that word mean?
Homologation? What does it mean?
I hate lawyer speak sometimes, man. I really hate it. Homologate is how you pronounce it. I just had it said to me in my headphones. Homologate literally just means approve.
So they could have just put subject to FIA circuit approval.
Yes, it says approve for sale in a particular market or use in a particular class of racing. Okay, so it's a racing-esque word, but...
Is it, though? Just say approved. But yes, so Madrid obviously is later in September. The only reason why for this upcoming season we have 2 Spain ones is because Barcelona has their contract through 2026. So next year is technically the last year of Barcelona. It's also the last year of Zandvoort, which they've already posted one more lap or something. Like the marketing they're already doing for next year is insane. The atmosphere there.
Yeah.
I said to someone earlier, MaxVerstappen is going to give us the most insane race in Zandvoort next year. He'll be like, give me the 10-place
It's going to go crazy.
Give me the 20-place grid penalty, and I'll win it from people.
Yeah.
Like, he will... The orange, that I would want to go to Zandvoort actually next year because I feel like the atmosphere is going to be insane. But everything else looks pretty normal except for that it's the 2 triple headers again at the end of the season of COTA, Mexico, Brazil, and then Las Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi.
It's
So
crazy. That triple header makes the end of the season fly by.
no, it makes it. It's like you blink and it's over.
Yeah, because it's literally like you said, Coda, Mexico, Brazil. You're like, damn, done one triple header, and then it's like 1 week break. Okay, Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, season's done. See you later.
Done.
And it's like,
See ya.
oh shit. Okay, like,
Can we talk about though? This upcoming off season is going to be so short because Abu Dhabi is December 7th. Round 1 is March 8th. So we have preseason testing the week before. The end of February. Car launches will be February. So we literally have Christmas and January.
Christmas and January to like chill.
If we are struggling for content those few weeks, I'm gonna be like, we just have like 4 weeks to get through.
We literally like our episodes will just be like,
yeah,
we'll be back in 2 weeks, people. See you later. Like that's it. Yeah, I don't hate the schedule. It does suck for Imola.
Yeah,
it is like you said, the weird Canada Indy 500 decision. Odd. Logically, it makes sense though. So it's like, sure, but I'm excited to see it. I mean, schedule in my head, it's not the biggest thing of next year. Obviously, the biggest thing next year is new regulations, new cars, stuff like that. So it's how are they gonna perform?
Yeah. And people are gonna forget about the schedule until it comes up next year when there's 2 Spains and no Imola. But yeah, I think I'm gonna miss Imola the most. That track is just track. Well, like when you think of motorsport, you think of Ferrari, so you think of Italy and like having that track. But yeah, so that was the schedule. I do want to bring up though. Obviously, we lose the next year. We lose Motorsport Christmas. This weekend's damn Motorsport Christmas or some Motorsport holiday. So, our friend Caitlin posted that obviously this weekend we have 24 Hours of Le Mans, F1 Grand Prix in Canada, F1 Academy in Canada, and not 2 races but 3 races in Canada.
3 races.
You have IndyCar, which is a oval race. Indy next at the same track, and then NASCAR in Mexico City.
Damn, that's good.
And why did they put an IndyCar race on the same weekend as NASCAR in Mexico? Pato was supposed to go.
I don't know. That is also a miss. A lot of scheduling misses.
Yeah, a lot.
So far.
I think someone posted that next year's track, next year's Spain next year Barcelona is the same weekend as Le Mans, which is even weird for proximity wise.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's the Garage 54? Or is it Garage 52?
What?
Yeah. Remember when the NASCAR car was at Le Mans 2024?
Oh, yeah.
So that's part of a thing called Garage 52 or something like that.
I think that was 2023. Was that?
Or maybe Garage 56? I can't remember. But it's a special garage that allows these like special entries into Le Mans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what it is this year, if there is an entry for it.
Oh yeah.
And I can't find it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time.
Well, I've been a little distracted about this upcoming weekend, so I haven't looked at the entry list. But like, obviously, we know Mick Schumacher is racing at Le Mans with a beautiful helmet. Did you see his helmet?
No, I did not.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's like all black. The details, I feel like when the light shining on it, it's gonna look neon. Like the lines and like the design on his helmet, it's really, really nice.
Ooh.
We obviously get to see K-Mag at Le Mans, so there's lots of obviously drivers. Not as many normally, because normally there's no F1 or even IndyCar race the same weekend, so a lot of IndyCar drivers also race, but that's not happening this season for obvious reasons. But yes, that was weekly news. F1 Arcade, before we get into our predictions. F1 Arcade. Owen's new favorite place on the planet.
Moly. So, all right. Before we get into this, because this whole section of the show is pretty much going to be one giant ad. But
yeah, true.
We had the pleasure of beginning a working relationship with the new Philadelphia F1 Arcade. It is right in Center City, Philadelphia, and it is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It's so much fun. It's such a blast to be working with them. We cannot thank them enough just for having this opportunity to do so. We got
some of the nicest people too.
Some of the extremely nicest. Like, oh my God, everybody's so personable. Everybody's so immediate. Just like you feel like you're best friends that you've been your entire life. Like, it's fantastic. But we have some really cool stuff coming with them.
Yes.
We're very excited about it. So please keep an eye out on all of our social media channels. But again, kind of before we delve into maybe more of the details, if anybody is looking for anything to do this weekend, Father's Day, June 15th, go hang out at the F1 Arcade for their Canadian GP watch party. If you guys buy a ticket for that watch party and you go for the race, you'll be entered into a drawing for a chance to win tickets to the screening of the F1 movie. So you'll win you'll enter, get a chance to go see that movie when it first comes out. You'll be one of the first people to see it. I've been hearing really good things about it so far. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
But go buy our tickets. We will have the link posted. We're just going to clip this. We'll post it. We're going to have the link posted in the social media clip that you're watching for this. So please make sure to go out and do that. You also get some like really cool tidbits when you go for a watch party there. I believe it's an hour before and after the races. Like sims are open.
Yeah, I believe so.
You can go and hop on the sims and you can race Canada before you go watch everybody else race Canada.
So on the link, you'll be able to see it. They have the doors open at 1, race starts at 2, open sim racing is from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
And obviously you can just get like a basic grandstand ticket. There's different levels of tickets. But yeah, the food is delicious. The drinks are so much fun. You can obviously drive the tracks on the sim racing, but there's DJ. I can't wait. Obviously, I won't be there for this weekend, but I can't wait to get to a watch party at the arcade because the atmosphere is unmatched.
Honestly, so if the watch party is anything like the grand opening and the launch party that we went to, it is going to be electric.
Yeah. It's going to be like you're at the track.
Right. And we had such an amazing time at the launch party and the grand opening and everything. And it's such a unique thing to be in. And I was very happy and I consider myself very lucky that I was able to go to the Boston one before I went to Philadelphia. But this was your first time being in this location. And it's I have to wonder how you felt with that being the first time, because this was my second time in an F1 arcade, and I was still amazed. I was starstruck, and I had been in one before. I knew kind of how it worked. But
you're right. You knew what it was going to look like on the inside and everything. Right. I've obviously seen pictures when you went and stuff, when you've talked about it. We got to see a little sneak peek before it was opened a few weeks ago. And, I mean, beautiful on the inside.
Yeah.
An extremely nice restaurant bar in Philadelphia, regardless of the 80+ sims that are around the entire facility.
Just wrap the whole building.
No, and it's just the details that go into it. I'm sure if people have seen us on social media, I'm sure they've seen the walls with the helmets.
Yep.
Lando's helmet's there. There's a Lewis helmet there. There's a Senna helmet there.
Yep.
They're so cool. They have the one wall with iconic radio quotes from different drivers and stuff. Even literally the hallway to the bathroom was cool.
The hallway, it was so cool.
I mean, you had a strike. We watched one girl hit her best George Russell.
Oh, she killed it too. She killed it.
Yeah, but it's just everything, the details and the hospitality there. The wait staff is so freaking nice. Even the tech crew walking around to make sure sims are working are super helpful, super nice. Food is delicious. Drinks are insane and so cool.
I love with the drinks, all of them are racing themed named. There's why can't I think of it? There's the Miami Sunshine or whatever it is. It's delicious. There's the Smoke and Lap, which is a smoked old fashioned that I got the one night.
You like that one a lot.
Delicious. I'll say this. before that one, the last time I had gotten an old fashioned, I almost gagged. I think they made it a little bit too strong, but I was just like, like old fashions are like not really my thing.
Yeah.
And when I ordered this one, I was like, I have to try that because I want to see it, be the smoky drink and everything. It was
It's
so
just called
good.
Welcome to Miami, is that?
Welcome to Miami. I apologize. It is, all of the drinks are delicious there. I feel like I'm a broken record saying this, but it's just like the food is spectacular. Like the mini hamburgers that they were bringing around the other night, delicious. And it's just like
donut holes.
The donut hole, like everything just felt elevated.
Yes.
And it was just like top of the line. You were like, this is incredible. Yeah, like it is fantastic. It's so much fun. And the Sims are the top.
Oh, they're so cool.
Top tier quality. Like it's not me sitting here in my little fold out racing chair.
Imagine.
It's you are in a rig, and it's like the tech nerd in me loves it too because you got two massive ultra wide monitors in front of you for racing, and it's like,
and you have to do the foot pedals. Obviously, you can change the gear shift, but the chairs also moving.
Chairs are moving. It's like
you have like surround sound.
Yeah, it is incredible. And it's just, I appreciate going into a tech standpoint, like I appreciate a good piece of software that runs exactly how you expect it. It flows so smooth. It's like the process is fantastic. Even if we were just racing on our own and open sim share, so it's like a race would pop up and we would just kind of hop in.
Yeah.
But the way it works with bringing a group of people is fantastic.
It looks so smooth.
So smooth. It's so easy. And I cannot say enough how amazing this place is. And I highly, highly, highly recommend if you live anywhere close to Philadelphia or Boston, go.
Or DC.
Go. Find a way to get to one of these locations. It's going to be an amazing experience for you.
Yeah.
And it is so much fun. It's such a unique thing. And even if you don't want to go and drive the Sims,
you don't have
to eat and go and drink and have fun and hang out and everything. I love that they have screens everywhere that are just playing old races.
Yeah.
It's you can look up and watch Michael Schumacher running a lap. You can look up and watch Senna, running a lap. It's just these crazy. It's all, you said it perfectly. The attention to detail
is
amazing. It's so nice.
There's not one inch of that place that doesn't make sense, if that makes sense. The decorations. I mean, even there's glowing tracks hanging from the ceiling. It's so damn cool.
Go ahead.
Forget for the launch party when we walked up, the Haas car was outside, which was so cool. And not just any Haas car, it was Ollie Bierman's Haas.
It was Ollie Bierman's Haas. It's just chilling out there, and it's what in the world? It honestly, it is amazing, and it people always talk about F1 is such a money sport, and it's kind of hard to get into because it's such an expensive money sport.
Yeah,
this is an amazing way for anybody who wants to feel that taste of luxury and get that sense of luxury from what F1 is. This is the best way to do it. And it's so much fun. It's so worth the time. I love it. I cannot say enough about it. The people, amazing. The venue, amazing. I'm so selfishly happy that Philly was one of the first.
No, same.
Out of all the locations. They're planning to open 50 locations.
If New York was next, I would have been no.
Yeah. It honestly, I am so happy that it's open near us, and it's
so
just
easy to get to.
It's such a dream. It is amazing. I remember, like you said, I remember talking about this when it was announced that they were going to open 50 locations in the U.S., and I was like, that has to be Philly. Philly has to be one of the locations. And I was like, what a dream it would be to somehow work with them and collaborate with them.
Yeah.
And look at where I'm so excited.
No, it's such a cool. I can't wait to go back. Like we were saying earlier, I can't wait to watch a race from there with other people, with other race fans, And it's just finally so cool for Philly to have something F1 related. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's
And like
finally.
right, and like legit at like
Yes.
F1 related. Like it's not like you stumble upon something or like something's kind of on like the down low. It's like no, like this is it.
Yeah, when you
Like,
walk by like out front, F1's plastered on
oh,
top. You're like, oh, F1.
I love. You know what the best thing is too is they're located literally right outside of City Hall. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like maybe 2 blocks over from City Hall.
Right off of Broad.
And they made that whole front of that store just these massive glass windows that you can look in and see what's happening, and you can see the bar, you can see simulators. It's just like genius move, because it's like that's gonna get anybody to be like, what, like it's somehow they're like living under a rock and they have no idea that this is happening, and then all of a sudden they walk past it and they're like,
what is that?
What in the world? And then they're like looking in and they're like, oh, that looks really cool. Like it's fantastic. I love it. I'm so excited it's here.
No, we are so happy. We're so happy it's finally here. Thank you, F1 Arcade. We love you.
Thank you, F1 Arcade. It truly is like a dream come true. I mean, like I remember saying when we first started this show, like how cool would it be to collaborate and work with them?
Yeah.
You know, and work with that location.
Be able to, and it's wild to think that in a way we are. But yes, F1 Arcade. Moving on, predictions for Canada. And
Canada, go ahead.
And IndyCar. I need to see how you say this.
Bommarito?
Yeah, Bommarito, which let me pull it up on him.
While Casey's pulling it up, our Canadian and Bommarito predictions today are brought to you by Furious Motorsports. You guys have seen us wearing the merch and apparel before, and we cannot praise it enough. It is gorgeous. You guys saw me wearing my shirt last week. At least I think that was last week. That was like, God, that feels like yesterday.
No, I feel like we recorded last Monday, like 4 weeks ago. When we just got started, I was like, wait, when did we record last?
Great. High quality products. It is a lovely, lovely company to work with and be a part of. And the merch is insane. My wife just bought a Lewis Hamilton crop top. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, which one?
The purple one
with the flower.
It was Lewis's colors. She was in between a Mercedes and a Ferrari one because she like couldn't decide, and she was
but that
like,
purple one's so good.
Yeah, and I said, because she asked, she was like, what team is purple? And I said, it's not a team, it's Lewis's colors.
Yeah.
And I think like the moment she heard that, she was like, oh, that's perfect. Because then it's just like him, you can't really kind of go wrong or like get outdated with it.
No, like say if he changes teams again, it's
still his colors, yeah. So it's like still relevant. So yes. If you guys are interested in getting your own hands on your own merch for this stuff, make sure to go use the link in our bios on our social medias. That'll take you to our referral dashboard, our link. It'll get you 10% off your order. So it'll save you money. That'll also let them know that you guys came from us. And we appreciate that because that, again, helps the show grow and lets them know that, you guys are listening and we have people who listen to us. Yeah, which is great. So like I said, link in our bio. It's the easiest way to do it. You can also use the code underground10, but we do recommend the link method because then it just applies it for you automatically. And you don't even have to think about it. You're already shopping with 10% off. There you go. So
much easier.
So thank you, Furious Motorsport. We love you as well. Thank you so much.
Do you want to do IndyCar first?
Let's do IndyCar first.
Okay.
Just because I'm not 100% sure about
IndyCar.
Well,
I can give you some quick facts. So it's at the Worldwide Technology Raceway in Illinois. It is an oval, obviously. It's the 500, but they do 260 laps. Yep. This oval is a funny shape because one end is a little bit wider and the other end is a little bit narrower. So it's not a perfect oval. Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
On here it doesn't have. Yeah, it's more like an egg shape.
I do remember this track
instead of how big, like the Indy 500, the oval is so perfect. This one's a little bit different, and it's also a night race.
Yes.
8 p.m. Yes. Under the lights. It's going to be so good. Which Yeah, no, it's gonna be so good. But I do have I can do 1, 2, 3 quickly. I was kind of thinking about it earlier.
I might do just a 1. That's what I might go with. But you go ahead first.
Okay, so I'm gonna do P1. I'm gonna go David Malukas actually because he is very good at ovals, and I mean he just came off a good track record at the end of the 500. So I'm gonna do
Very good.
Malukas. Scotty Mack is gonna get redemption.
Redemption at an oval.
Redemption on the oval, and then he just has to end on the podium. Alex Palou. So Malukas,
Lucas, Mack, and Palou. I like that.
Which I love that the Pacers used Alex Palou in their hype video for their game tonight or tomorrow.
As they should, I feel like. That makes sense. As they should. My number 1, I'm going to steal kind of your idea. I'm going to go Alex Palou. Okay. And I know that feels like the safe bet, but the reason I'm picking it is because he obviously just won Indy 500 on an oval. That's his first Indy 500 win. That's his first oval win.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming off a weekend where he did not finish. So I think he's going to come back with a vengeance. And he's going to say, you know what? I don't even know if he was angry last week at what happened. I don't know. But I think he's going to come back and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
DNF last race, and the last race before that was the biggest oval race of my life, and I did it. I'm winning this week. I think that's what it's going to be.
All right. I like it. Okay. But yes, that's Indy. I'm excited for a night race in IndyCar. I feel like that's going to be so cool. Yeah. But Canada.
Now I have, you said Under the Lights, and now I have All of the Lights by Alicia Keys.
Lights, yeah. Whenever it's a night race whenever I see a commercial for a NASCAR night race or F1 or IndyCar now, that's the first song I sing literally in a split second. Canada. We're actually going to call our parents.
Oh, yes. We're getting...
Obviously, Owen's very depressed about it. Don't want to bring it up, but we're going to bring it up. Obviously, myself with my mom and dad are going to Montreal. We're leaving Thursday, and we're heading up to Montreal for the race.
In 2 days' time, she's leaving.
Very, very, very excited. But it's my parents' first race in person.
Yes.
Ever. So we're going to get their predictions. I'm going to ask them who they think is going to win. But I'm also just ask them who they are. What they're most excited for. So.
Yes. What are they most excited for from their first race weekend?
Can you hear the ring? This could go either way, people.
Yeah.
How's the volume, though?
It's good.
Hello?
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 They can't hear me. I don't know why I'm saying it.
Yeah, you can't hear me. I'll let you know what he's saying. Or I can... Hold on.
Oh.
Is this live?
No, it's not live.
This is live.
All right, speak on.
Hello?
Can you hear him?
Hello? Hello?
Hello there.
Are you long-time listener, first-time caller? All right, goodbye. Thanks, everyone.
That's it. We're hanging up.
We won't keep you long, but we actually want to get 2 things: who you think's gonna win, and then what you're most excited for.
You seriously have to ask that first question?
Well, you don't have to give me that yet.
Well, we know who you think's gonna win.
Yeah,
Matt,
we know
but
who you
the listeners don't.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Oscar's just gonna lap the yard.
There you go.
Mom?
I feel that
JT and a home run.
I also feel that Oscar's going to win.
All right.
Wow. Double Oscar pick. Okay.
It's not a wrong decision, but
No, it's not a wrong decision.
And then what are you most excited for? Me, I know that's just kidding.
That's not what we said earlier, but okay.
Rude. Okay, what are you most excited for?
What do you... Yeah.
Can't have dead air.
I am most excited for...
This is corny.
She's like Will Buxton repeating the question.
Yeah.
I am most excited for the cars that go vroom and Sounds like you really said earlier.
What did she really say earlier?
Max crashing.
Max?
That's not what I said. I
Wow.
did not say that. I really want my boy to wave at me.
Oh, Alex
And-
Almond. That's her
Alex
boy.
Almond,
Yeah,
yeah.
Alex Almond.
And
Dad,
saying what makes you two so crazy.
All right, that's a good answer.
That's fair. That's a good answer. Yeah.
Okay.
Dad,
But I need earplugs.
I have earplugs for you. I'll put them in my bag as soon as I'm done this. I won't forget. So we have those ones from Aaron McLaren.
Yeah, that's right.
Dad?
Father.
I'm looking forward to every morning having a Tim Hortons.
I knew that.
I'm
That's
looking
fair.
for every night having a choice between a Labatt and a Molson.
Knew that.
And I'm looking forward to,
Seeing Oscar win in person?
well, I see that every week, so it's getting kind of old.
No, not
But
in person.
in person, yes. But also just how it is in person, because obviously it's a better sport than on TV in person.
That's valid.
That's a good answer. Very good answer.
That's a good answer.
And hopefully one of the Canadian drivers finishes in the top 10.
Lance Stroll, well, we're waiting to see if he's even, yeah, there's only one. But we're waiting to see if he's even racing, because he had, like, a surgery last week, we believe, but we'll wait and see.
Something's up with his
Maybe
voice.
hearing that. Maybe also hearing the national anthem in person.
Oh, that'd be,
National
yeah.
anthem.
I'm sure there'll be some hockey players there. I think the
Okay.
Hughes brothers were there a few years ago.
And how many times we can hear the word "a" all weekend?
All right.
How much French we can learn by the end of the weekend? None. I'm not gonna learn.
We're already learning.
Alrighty. Thanks for
Apparently signing off.
Thank you.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
He is.
All right.
What the hell did he say at the end?
You said see us.
Oh,
They're so cheesy.
they're very cheesy.
Maybe I'm gonna ruin it now for people. We were talking about having them on after the next weekend. Maybe not, because it'll be
Well, actually, I don't know. That might be better because that would be different than, hey, we're calling you up and we need you to answer one or two questions. That's going to be like a full conversation. That can be like a conversation. They will still be weird because then they'll be on camera. But, oh, Casey can't hear me. We lost her. We lost her. Wouldn't be an episode without technical difficulties. I cannot hear you now.
I'm resuming. I'm not even trying to put the headphones back on. It's fine.
That's fair.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, people. We were almost through the whole episode without technical
Classic.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Should I say what I'm looking forward to?
Yeah, what are you looking forward to from Canada?
I'm honestly looking forward to seeing a race. Obviously, the only two races I've ever seen in person are Miami. But I'm excited to see a race on not a street circuit. Well, is Canada technically a street circuit? I think that
No,
track's there all the
neither
time.
Neither is Miami.
No, I think technically Miami is. Because it's like not a, it's like it's like a temporary circuit,
I
technically.
thought it was a road. I thought Miami was a road course, technically.
Maybe it's a road course. But I feel like Canada is also just a track that's been around for so long and has had some good races. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see a race from legit stands because, like I said, we have different seats every single day.
Yeah.
Friday, we're across from the garage, which I think is going to be so cool. We're at like the start-finish line, I think.
Yeah.
At the end of the pit lane, so that'll be very cool to see. And then Saturday for qualifying, we're at the chicane. And then Sunday we just have GA for the race day, but I think we can easily get a good spot and hopefully maybe try and make it down to see podium from the track, which will be cool. But
Yeah.
I'm overall just very excited. I think it'll be.
I think the aspect of you being in different spots throughout the race
Yes.
weekend is going to make it feel like more complete and more whole, if that makes sense. Like when we went to Miami, like we kind of stuck to the same area because I think we were just like, it's all we knew, it's what we were comfortable doing and everything. So like we knew kind of in our head that we were missing things, which is like, okay, we were fine with that. We're totally okay with that. But I think you in Canada going to different spots and exploring with mom and dad and everything too, I think is going to be great. And I think you're going to leave and you're going to be like, I took that whole race weekend in, So.
I'm also just excited to like, when taking videos of cars on track, I feel like when we were in Miami, I have so many of the same view. So like, I'm gonna have so many different views. But no, I think the weather right now looks perfect. Like low 70s,
it does,
high 60s, sun and cloudy. So I'm very excited for that weather because Canada in the rain, that track can be a little dangerous. I also am very excited to see the groundhogs in person because there's so many of them. I'm just ready to see them in person. But
ready to see one run across the track.
But I'm also like, Dad, I'm ready to have some Tim Hortons. I love some Tim Hortons.
I knew that was going to be his answer.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be his answer too. But yeah, so what are you looking for?
I'm looking forward to. You know what? I will say this. I do love Canada because it is middle in the afternoon. And especially with the way that this weekend is working out for me, and the reason I can't go is because I'm going to a wedding. So I'm happy that I get to go to that wedding, enjoy that, and then be able to come home and still have the race to look forward to. And it's not like doing the wedding night, waking up at 7 a.m. the next morning, watching the race. It's like, all right, get home, watch the race in my comfort of my own home, stuff like that. So I'm very excited for it. And Canada too, like I said, it's a very beautiful track. It's very nice.
So pretty.
I was constantly reminded when I was filming Track Facts of Alex Albon's beautiful double overtake at this race last year. So I'm hoping we see something like that again. But yes, I am very selfishly jealous of you guys going and everything. But I'm happy. I'm happy that you're going to another race. I'm happy that mom and dad are going to a race.
I think they'll enjoy it too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool.
No, it'll be fun. But yeah, Alex's overtake, I can watch that a million times. I don't know how that didn't win overtake of the year. I'm still dumbfounded how it didn't win. It's so good. In the wet too. And then also the video came up today of Charles in the sunshine when he's on the hairpin, the sun just like follows him. It's like so perfect. But I'm not looking forward to seeing a Ferrari disaster class if their history of Canada continues. But Leo was on the way. Leo was on the plane with him. So
Leo was on the plane. I saw that picture today, yes.
Fingers crossed. We can make it happen. But I'm surprised he didn't post a boomerang of Leo on the plane. The fact that man posted a boomerang of his girlfriend to wish a happy birthday is... I was like, is he 40 years old? Is he a millennial? Why? Yeah. That could have been in the league, actually.
It might be what he knows. It might be just...
No, it's
not. Maybe that's proof that he actually posted it and he actually made it.
No, because it's not. Because every other video that came out of the birthday party, he's sitting next to her. So, like...
Oh.
It's whoever was across, which is either Antoine, his photographer, or, like, if Arthur was across, or I could see, like, if yours was across, they could be like, haha, I'm going to mess with him and take a boomerang.
Boomerang of him,
Because they knew people were going to, like, make fun of him for it. But yeah. Predictions. We'll end with predictions.
Predictions.
Well, I'll give you this. I do think Lance Stroll races. It would have been very cool to see Valtteri Bottas race, though, because I think he would have been the reserve because Frederick Vesti is in Le Mans. But predictions, P1.
You know what? Just for the hell of it,
I'm not saying Oscar.
I'm going Lance Stroll P1.
Whoa! What the?
Lance Stroll P1. I think he's gonna come back. Okay. He's gonna be like, you know what? My fucking hands are killing me, but I don't care. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do well. It's gonna be a rare masterclass from Aston Martin. I'm going Lance, Fernando, Alex Albon.
Okay, Delulu is.
That's my prediction.
Okay, I'll give more level-headed answers.
Somebody's got to do it on the show.
I'm gonna do. Hey, Jason Kelsey. I'm gonna do. Max is gonna win.
Okay.
Oscar P2, but I think it's a nail biter of an ending. And I'm gonna say it because I want to see him on the podium in person. Charles Leclerc P3. Give it to me.
All right.
I don't think they have a bad weekend because the weather does look okay.
Yeah.
I would also love to see Kimmy on the podium in person for the first time. That would be amazing to see.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, I'll do Max, Oscar, Charles.
All right.
Predictions.
I like it.
I did ask some people that their predictions, but people were giving me like funny answers and stuff.
Just race weekend predictions.
Yeah, like overall. So almost like we see Lance Stroll in the car, or we see Bottas in the car, Lance Stroll in the top 10, like all this stuff. It was good answers, but they were just funny. But yeah. Do you have anything else you would like to add?
Nope. Just hoping that you guys have a good weekend in Canada, and it's great that the weather is looking up and looking very well, and I'm excited to see all the photos and the videos.
Yeah, I'll send you a ton.
Yeah.
I'll FaceTime you the one day on Friday from the track. When we're across the garage, I'll definitely FaceTime
Yeah, there you go.
But yes, so thank you so much for joining us for episode 112 of Underground Circuit. We'll be back next week. I can tell you 100% right now, next week's episode will be long.
Next one's going to be a long week. Yeah.
Because we have race recap of Canada. We have race recap of Canada in person. And then we also have IndyCar recap. Pines and Pit Stops, I'm sure, as well. We'll give one to each other. Yeah, we'll do 2.
2 Pines and Pit Stops. It's going to be a long one next week.
It's going to be a long episode. Buckle up, people.
Yeah.
But yes. Please go give us a follow over on social media. I'll be sharing a ton over on Instagram and Threads at @undergroundcircuit_, on Twitter or at UDCircuitPod, and definitely TikTok at @underground_circuit. Please go give us a follow, like I wanted at the beginning, wherever you listen to your podcast. Please give us a like, comment, subscribe over there. We'll be back next week. And yes, enjoy the weekend, friends.
See you later, people.
See ya.